It's star 1978 star 8378 Nicole Cattaruzza. I am for this with a greater purpose being this. At some level, I interacted with a small group of humans. They called themselves Boy Scout leaders. When I signed Benjamin up for Boy Scouts, that was in Ronkonkoma when Alexander was first born. Again, I'm learning now about this. That was very low interaction, by the way, like touch in physical connectivity, or like in a point of contact system where we were in the same space at the same time, was one meeting. Just the night of sign up. That was it. After that, it went to a different location, which was one of the local moms, and then participation was just between Benjamin, myself, and her with the other two kids. That was it. That was the extent of the Boy Scouts. There were no trips. There were no den meetings like with area consultants or whatever, or representatives. It was the first initial sign up, and that was it. Never seen or heard from them ever again. So with that being said, here I am in Bayside Station, year 43, which is year 2022, and I'm looking, like, I hear the news and all of the not us that's gathered in New York City, like sewage, and they have these, like, incredible public positions and jobs with planning and city zoning. They seem to have learned a lot of inside information in the city of New York. And which they've never, I mean, again, have never. It was pretty much like I got shut into some skeletons in the closets on Long Island. I mean, and they are, like, Boy Scouts, I guess, would consider it civics projects, like taking care of your neighborhood, whatever. Right, got it. Okay, but here's the thing, is that they've only hired themselves in these civic projects and become civic leaders, and they're all the wrong actions for the us project and what's not us. So I'm just curious if we're earning, like, brownie points, lack of a better term, with Boy Scouts. Exactly how do I ever earn points in your, like, merit and honor system when it is so clearly that the entire New York City landscape is riddled with problem networks and terrorist networks, and they don't exactly allow us to do our own civic work because they seem to just always want to get ahead? How does that work? It's sportsmanship and merits. Here's a real live picture of what's wrong in the world. Hyper local in New York area.
From whatever the old administration did to ruin small business here in Jamaica Avenue.
It may have helped ease traffic, but some store owners say a new busway has really put the brakes on their businesses. And if it continues, they're concerned that they'll be forced to shut down. 7 on Your Side investigative reporter Dan Kraft shows us why.
He's using colors, crystals, and comfort to entice people into his furniture store.
They can't get here.
But the third-generation owner of this Jamaica Queens business says it's not working. His store survived the pandemic, but may not survive what's happening outside his windows. A new busway that has taken over Jamaica Avenue.
So this street is now only for buses and trucks. That's it.
Just before he left office, former Mayor Bill de Blasio turned the Avenue line with businesses into a major thoroughfare for public transit.
The previous mayor is putting us out of business. It's like he's coming after small business. He's trying to put us out. I don't understand why.
Cars are allowed to drive down the Jamaica Avenue busway, but only for one block. They must make the first available right-hand turn. Left-hand turns are no longer allowed. It's not only confusing, store owners say it's killing their businesses.
We're not going to stay in business. This might as well be be warehouses if that's the case.
So they're choking out small business, choking out society, only employing themselves, only responsible to themselves. They are functioning inside of the city, hidden, but known about to other area. So I'm just curious. I mean, they've done this in other parts of the world. Why are they not hunted down and eradicated like a really bad infection? I mean, if this was a hospital setting and they were the cancer, I would expect the surgeon to go in, hunt down all the cancerous cells, and make sure that they no longer operated anywhere in the body that's being infected. Why is it not so simple when it comes to law enforcement and keeping the public safe?
The owner of this restaurant tells me her business is down 20% since December, which means no profits. And the furniture store down more than 50%. Small business owners say it has cut down on foot traffic, and they're in the red.
There's no relief here. There's no break. There's no chance for customers to come shop here in this area freely.
Councilmember Natasha Williams recently toured the avenue.
It is a problem. A lot of people have complained.
She says the busway that stretches for 12 blocks is a pilot project and can still be changed.
Trust.
Pilot project. Oh, and now this is the civics member that they installed by themselves. Didn't ask my authority. They've been functioning in this area, and it looks like no supervision whatsoever. I'm just curious, at Cuomo's office? How about, like, mayor's office? I mean, like, who's choosing these people? I'm just curious. Is it everything wrong in the world gets votes?
That we have been reaching out and speaking to our partners at DOT and administration to really look at a more comprehensive way to deal with the traffic and congestion in the bus lane.
The current mayor's street team tells us bus speeds have increased by 34% during the afternoon rush hour. In a statement saying it has significantly improved the commutes of roughly 250,000 bus riders. And they'll be engaging with businesses and conducting a survey to determine how the busway has been working and what further adjustments may be necessary.
If people don't come to the area,
Right, okay, so he still needs to feed his family, he still needs his business open, but we're doing more research, opening more curiosity, employing more bodies that really are useless in their function. Why is New York City being run into, like, the cesspool?
there's no reason for us to be here. We all can go home.
A continuing struggle between cars and public transit in New York City. Dan Crowell, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
A museum originally created.
Do other people see it? Do other people feel it the way that I feel it? Yeah. They've just been quieted, and what outlet do we actually have in order to facilitate some kind of relief effort? Now this is interesting. A huge dust storm kicks up out of nowhere. Weather just turning on a dime and just creating this really outrageous scenario that, I mean, like couch potato level. They know they exist, these dust storms. Hell be it for me to figure out and try to explain it. I mean, if I sat down, I could come up with some kind of construct about, like, air being forced up and down and gravity changing and whatever. But, like, I mean, for the normal human, why bother? There it is. What's the credit on? This is ABC 7.
Incredible video out of Chile as an ominous dust cloud sweeps right over a city. The massive dust storm engulfed the streets of Diego del Almagro yesterday, blinding drivers and forcing residents to scramble indoors.
Today, Hindus celebrating Holi, the festival of.
Whoa! Hindus celebrating something called, wait, did he just say Holi? You mean as like in Holy Bible? Wait, is that a play on words? Because they're in India and it's the celebration of the colorful. Now, why am I in New York and they celebrate What?
Festival of colors. It's a day all about joy, rebirth, and love, and people celebrating the beginning of spring. Devotees across India celebrating by smearing each other with colored powder, dancing, and singing. The festivities were canceled the past couple of years because of the pandemic, but this year, grand celebrations returned all over India.
So many events returning.
Right. Yeah, okay. But the name, that's interesting. I don't know how many New Yorkers are aware of it that don't actually celebrate that day or have relatives that celebrate that day elsewhere. It's one of those things that, like, you need to be told about because it didn't exist before you said it. Okay, now this guy is saying the nickname for at March Madness of this NBA St. Petersburg team is Peacocks. Wow, that really gets confusing. At Channel 4 and some colorful peacocks, which now has some affiliation or tie-in with Telemundo and some Spanish T-47, really confusing to the cognition of the us and the not us.
The nickname for St. Peter's University in Jersey City is the Peacocks, and now they have a new name, Bracket Busters. They scored the biggest upset of this year's NCAA tournament so far, knocking off second-seeded Kentucky. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller with this year's Cinderella story.
What does a Cinderella story actually mean? Because this Cinderella, if you spell Nicole backwards, it spells sin, C-I-N, spelled the same as Cinderella. It's Elosin, actually, which is like the God, and then you've got the O for like the earth, or the Omni, and then you've got sin, C-I-N. If you read it in a text that doesn't go left to right, if you read it from right to left, it just says Elosin.
And this
For ambidextrous ways of looking at cipher.
This is why they call it March Madness. The number 15 seed, St. Peter's University, will advance after last night's shocking overtime win.
Wheeler gives it up. Brooks, the jumper. No good. You can feel the madness. St. Peter's pulls off the upset.
That stunning overtime upset sent the
I'm sitting here like, what does this mean for them? Like, what do they think they're really getting out of life that causes them to get so excited and into this game? I'm just curious. Because I've never felt even slightly excited about a sports game. Not once. There's nothing in it. There's nothing for it. I see just like a whole lot of problems growing larger.
number 2 seed Kentucky Wildcats back to Lexington. The Peacocks' Darrell Banks III scoring 27 points against Kentucky, a basketball dynasty with 8 championships.
Did he just say basketball dynasty? Who's allowing these people to speak? Because they're not allowed to have a dynasty, especially not in the United States of North America. These are not dynasty eligible children. They're here illegally as far as I'm concerned, and they're trying to wipe out me and my children.
Championships to its name. It's one of the biggest upsets in tournament history, busting millions of brackets. On Twitter, the NCAA renaming St. Patrick's Day St. Peter's Day.
How do the Peacocks pull this off?
They expected to win. You see, people don't understand. When you get to the NCAA tournament, the teams that advance to the tournament, even the St. Peter's, even the Richmonds, right, they expect to win. They're not there to beat an opponent. They're there.
Oh, so is that part of, like, they already bought the outcome of the game, so this way they keep escalating some falsely obtained stipend to make false governance and false self-worth? I'm just curious, because it seems to be the way that the outrageous have pre-scripted themselves.
Pete. And when you look at this St. Pete team, look, they dominated the game almost from the start to the finish. Now, Kentucky could have won the game to make some free throws. But think about this for St. Pete's. They shoot 50 from the field, 52 from three, 80 from the free throw line.
And Governor Phil Murphy tweeting,
Now, Governor of New Jersey, state of New Jersey, just to my south. I'm state of New York. He's state of New Jersey. I've got Governor Kathy Hochul. He's Governor Phil Murphy. Got it? There's our trifecta at the moment. He tweets this with some kind of, they call it brackets. I got no idea what that means.
never
But it says Yale, Murray Street, San Francisco, Kentucky, St. Petersburg. Indianapolis, SF, St. Peter. What the hell does that mean? And here's Peacock's MBB with a shamrock. And here we are on this. Only Yale person I ever met. Didn't meet him after he graduated. Don't know if he ever graduated. But it was Dan from the spring break that broke time again. Because I don't want to be here. And then somehow we get back to New York. And then he wants me to write him a letter. A breakup letter. Whatever the fuck that was about. Mr. Healy was there. Along with Dr. Egan and Scott for Cold Spring Harbor Junior High and High School. It was around, I think, 91-ish, 92-ish, I think. I'm pretty sure it was 90. No, I gotta think about this, because I went 91, 92, came back as a junior. Yeah, it'd be 93, 94.
Never a doubt, sharing his bracket, predicting St. Peter's would win. And meanwhile, in Jersey City,
And look at the Holi festival without all of the powder in New Jersey. Very colorful.
fans erupted at this campus watch party. A small private Jesuit university now getting national attention.
Jesuit, really? Wow, boy, have the Jesuits changed. Je suis. What the hell is this?
Attention.
This means a lot.
Look at his shirt. Duke Public Policy. Really? That's what's calling itself a Duke now at stolen identity and identity theft? I'm just curious, could any of you in any of the, anyone want to help out? I seem to be the only one here questioning the crap that's infiltrated New York.
It's just the best thing that's happened to the school.
They doubted us. Film against Kentucky, second seeded, but we did it. We made it. But
Who is this we? I'm not part of we. No mangiare voi. Ugh. Gross.
I mean, job's not done. Hold on, wait. Shake it. Hold on.
There's what's stealing the future of America. North America. I mean, my sons, where are they going to fit in with this? This has been going on. This took all of my opportunity away. My mom's opportunity away prior to my arrival. At any point, is anybody going to step in and go, no. You don't match Mount Rushmore. You don't match the paper. And you're not North American. You have a nation state somewhere else you belong to. What the hell are you doing causing trouble in North America? Hello?
Hold on. W, baby. St. Peter's on the way, baby.
And there could be some more dancing on Saturday night when they take on Murray State University in round 2. From Jersey City, I'm Derek Waller, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Now, is this team sport? Is this what everybody's perpetuating? This is what's approved by whom? I mean, who's running who? United States. Where are the U.S. attorneys? I'm just curious. How do you get to be a U.S. attorney? Does Barr know just how bad the local scenes have gotten? Yeah, BARR, not a tavern, not a whatever. There's like one really important man. He's got a bar association. He, like, I thought was supposed to control the rowdy and the not us from getting to this level and wiping the us kids on Mount Rushmore in the paper and the ancestors and trying to help us out rather than, like, everything that's not us. Why is there so much foreign national bodies inside the body of the United States of America, being North America? Just curious. Its Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken, and its Bayside station, Bayside, New York, 11361. And where does one go for this level of help? When it's gone on for so long and I don't see anybody intervening in the correct format.